Imagine this. You're Lionel Messi, one of the greatest footballers to ever grace the planet, a man worshipped by millions, a living legend. You walk into a restaurant expecting a quiet meal, a moment of peace away from the spotlight. But instead, you're met with cold stares, snide remarks, and outright disrespect. That's exactly what happened in a shocking incident that left fans across the globe reeling. This isn't just a story about bad service. It's a story about how even the best of us can be dragged down by the worst of others. Stay with me, because you won't believe what went down. It started innocently enough. After another grueling season of breaking records and silencing critics, Messi decided to treat himself to a night out. He stepped into this local restaurant. Nothing fancy, just a place to unwind. But the second he crossed the threshold, you could feel the air shift. The staff didn't rush to greet him. No smiles, no warm welcomes, just icy indifference. He took a seat, still gracious, still humble, because that's who Messi is. But as the minutes dragged on, no one came. No menu, no water, nothing. It was like he didn't exist. For a man who spent his life under the world's gaze, being ignored like this, it must have felt surreal. Finally, a waiter sauntered over, not with an apology, not with respect, but with a smirk that could curdle milk. And then the words came. "What's the problem, shorty? Not happy with the wait? Maybe you should take your fancy football money somewhere else." Shorty, to Lionel Messi. The audacity was staggering. Here's a man who's conquered stadiums, lifted trophies, and carried entire teams on his back, reduced to a cheap jab about his height. And it didn't stop there. Throughout the night, the disrespect piled up. One server mocked his accent, saying, "Can't understand you, mate. Speak English or go back to Argentina." Another rolled their eyes at his order. Grilled chicken and rice. Simple and unpretentious, just like him. "What? No caviar for the big shot." They sneered. Every word was a dagger. And Messi? He just sat there, taking it, his silence louder than their insults. You gotta understand, this isn't just about a bad night out. This is Lionel Messi, a man who's given us moments of pure magic, who's carried the hopes of nations, who's stayed humble despite it all. To see him treated like this, it's heartbreaking. You can almost picture him wondering, what did I do to deserve this? But that's the thing about Messi, he doesn't lash out. He doesn't need to. His strength isn't in shouting back, it's in rising above. He finished his meal, or what little they bothered to serve him, and walked out. No scene, no tantrum, just grace under fire. But the story doesn't end there. Word got out. Fast. Someone in that restaurant must have leaked it. Maybe a customer who saw it all go down, maybe even a staff member with a shred of guilt. And when it hit the internet, it was like a match to gasoline. Fans everywhere lost their minds. Fan 1. I couldn't believe it when I heard. Messi, our Messi, treated like that? It's disgusting. That restaurant doesn't deserve to stay open. Fan 2. He's the most humble guy in football, and they think they can talk to him like that? I'm done. Boycott that place. Let's sink. Hashtag Justice for Messi started trending worldwide within hours. People posted videos, wrote essays, called out the restaurant by name. It wasn't just about Messi anymore. It was about standing up for someone who'd been wronged, someone who'd given so much and asked for so little in return. The backlash was relentless. Customers canceled reservations. Reviews tanked. The restaurant went from bustling to a ghost town overnight. And the management? They couldn't ignore it anymore. They put out this stiff corporate apology. "We deeply regret the incident and apologize to Mr. Messi and his fans. We're taking steps to ensure this never happens again." But it fell hollow. Too late, too rehearsed. The damage was done. And Messi? He didn't demand their heads. He didn't sue. He just said, in that quiet way of his, that he appreciated the support and accepted the apology. Because that's who he is, a class act, even when others aren't. This whole mess, it's a reminder. Lionel Messi isn't just a footballer. He's a symbol of talent, of humility, of resilience. That night, a few rude staffers tried to tear him down, but they didn't realize who they were dealing with. You can't break a man who's already been through it all and come out on top. The restaurant might have lost everything, Customers, reputation, pride. But Messi? He walked away stronger, with millions of us behind him. Because when you disrespect a legend, you don't just lose a customer, you lose the respect of the world. So here's to Messi, a champion who doesn't need a waiter's approval to know his worth. And to the fans who stood by him, you showed the world what loyalty looks like. This isn't the end of the story, it's just another chapter in the legend of Lionel Messi.